And welcome to the Aaron Katzman Show. I'm your host, Aaron Katzman. We speak to you about your life, your money, and your investments. And as always, we're coming to you from the spiritual and soon-to-be financial capital of the world, Jerusalem, Israel. If you like this content, please hit the like button below. And if you've not yet done so, please subscribe to both the YouTube channel and to the podcast. So I decided we're going to speak about newlyweds. Dun, 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 dun. That's about it. Okay. Newlyweds, people who are getting married, financial tips for those who are getting married. Okay, this is in Judaism. This is like the time of the year. May happens to fall into May. Middle of May is when sort of the wedding season starts, and it goes strong for a couple of months, and then it takes a little pause, and then it continues on in the latter half of the summer, just for some cultural information for some of you. And it is wedding season, so I figured I would do everybody a service and give some tips for you to have a financially better marriage. And we know, I don't want to start things off on a bad note, but we know that one of the number one issue in marital problems happens to be money issues. So it is a serious issue. And I want to give you some tips to help get you started so everything is going to be hunky-dory for you when you get married, okay? Tip number one, you should both be in the loop when it comes to financial decisions, right? You should know about all bank accounts and all investment accounts. It's okay for one person maybe to manage those accounts, but you need to both be aware what's in the account, and everybody has to know how the money is being spent. Sort of going into that, get organized, okay? You just got married, you're sort of merging two financial lives into one. So let's make a list of both of your incomes, assets, debts. If you've got credit card debt, loans that are outstanding, right? Put that all on a piece of paper. We want to know your entire financial situation from the get-go, both in the plus side and in the minus side. Another thing which is really important, and it'll save you a lot of time down the road probably, is to get all your accounts updated. What does that mean? Change the name, right? If you change the name, if you change your last name, for example, you want to update all of your accounts. Don't wait until you're about to make a big trip, right? And then like change the name on your passport, right? Get all that stuff done at the beginning. Same thing, right? When you're adding accounts, bank accounts, investment accounts, credit cards, you want to change the names. And one of the things which is most important, if you have retirement accounts, you want to change the beneficiary on those accounts probably to your new spouse. Very, very important. People never change. I've seen this so often where people neglect to change beneficiaries on their accounts. And at the end of the day, they don't always end up with who they want to come into the money to be the beneficiary, right? That would be really, really unfortunate. Budget. Okay, I've never said that before, have I? Okay, start keeping track of all the money spent and earned. When two people who have been living independently suddenly become one unit, spending can spin out of control as each spouse continues to spend on what they're used to spending, sort of blind or oblivious to their new reality, where again, it's a merger, okay? In many cases, certain expenses will shrink as spending for two is more costly than expenses for a married couple. Make sure that monthly and annual expenses do not exceed income to avoid getting into an overdraft situation. You really don't want to do that, right? This is a great opportunity for newlyweds to start off their marriage living within their means, which is the goal, right? I think I've spoken about that once or twice, right? If good financial habits are reinforced in an early stage of the marriage, it's much more likely that they're going to become habitual, and the couple will live a financially responsible manner and avoid the pitfalls of financial mismanagement that plague so much of society, right? If you start out right, living healthily financially, there's a good chance that you're going to keep those habits as you go through your marriage, and you're going to be way, way, way ahead of your neighbors, your friends, and so forth, right? Who are scrambling and in debt and don't know what they're doing, okay? As soon as you can, start to save. Right? Can be small, right? We're not expecting you both to be millionaires at the beginning, but start a disciplined, either monthly or annual savings plan. You can use some of your wedding money for this as well. right? Many couples receive serious money when they get married, and investing this is a great way to start off and get yourself on a path to financial security. If you start saving immediately, it makes future expenses much easier to deal with. In addition, just leaving the money around, not really earning anything, you're leaving a lot of money on the table, because chances are in the next couple of years, there's a good chance you're going to want to maybe buy an apartment, buy a house, buy a home. And that money can also go be used towards that, for your down payment. So letting the wedding money sit around doing nothing is a loss of money in most cases, right? Either you should get it invested, or it should be even put into a deposit or something, so that you can either start your long or medium term spending, or you can start saving for a dwelling place, or if you could do both, that would be the best thing. So Mazel Tov, congratulations to you on your wedding. Thanks so much for tuning in. You have been tuning in to the Aaron Katzman Show. We speak to you about your life, your money, and your investments. If you like this content, please hit the like button below. And if you have not yet done so, please, 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 pretty please, subscribe to both the podcast and to the YouTube channel. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll speak to you soon.